YouTube! What did I think about Jordan? I think we all know what I thought about Jordan. He's one half jam, baby! Couldn't have asked for a better wingman in there, and who is now a best friend of mine. I didn't think I was gonna like him when he first walked through the doors. That is the funny thing about it, I honestly didn't. I thought he was gonna be one of those guys who's all about sort of sleeping with loads of women and just sort of like lad. Whereas I'm a bit of a gamer and like I'm just not quite like that. He surprised me every single day, whether it was his like immense energy that trumped mine every single time. Like I had dips and stuff and like I was like low energy sometimes, a little bit sort of like, oh, this is a bit much now. And he never had them, ever. He was up there the whole time, bringing everyone up with him as well, even me. And like, I don't meet many people who sort of bring my energy levels even higher as well. And he made me ashamed of myself every single day for the first week because of how I judged a book by its cover. And every single day he'd show me how completely wrong I was. And I know it sounds really a bit soppy, but he was unbelievable. He was a hero and is now one of my best mates. That was lame. What do I think about Gemma? I think that Gemma, exactly the same as Jordan. I completely judged the books by its cover. When I saw the leaked lineup, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna hate her. Ended up loving her. She is now a friend for life. The way she speaks to people, where she has this no bollocks attitude, she's like, I don't like bullshit. This is how it is. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I don't like people who go, oh, tell it how it is, because it's now just like a ploy to get people to like you. She actually is genuinely like that, where she will speak her mind, no matter if they're your best friend, she'll be like, I don't agree with what you did there. And I think you've got to have some real guts, and she's taught me a fair few lessons. One of them being, don't be afraid to tell your friends what you think. She's a kind-hearted, lovely girl. And I can't believe I said Gemma Lucy. Like, it's mad. And she treats her elders like with so much respect. She helps with the cooking, with the cleaning. She was a real cool girl. And once again, just like Jordan, every single day for the first week, I was ashamed of myself for judging her book by its cover. Sean, what a boy, what a legend. Helped me get through it when Jordan left. Was one of the guys, one of the lads. Loves his sport. Great actor, a legend of EastEnders. Like, I love him to bits, and he was so nice and sweet to everyone. He liked to lager in the evening, he'd drink with all of us, he wouldn't go to bed really early and be like an old fart. He was loving mine and Jordan's energy, where people like Trisha didn't really, I'll come on to Trisha, but people like Trisha didn't really like it, and sort of like, there are others who, like Helen was a bit maybe put off by our energy, and I understand it can be sometimes quite intimidating, because you're like, sometimes we are like really obnoxious. I do know that. And he was just like, guys, you're making my experience so much more interesting and fun in here. And like, to hear that from him was really lovely, and we had a great relationship, me, Jordan and him, and he's a boy, and I'm definitely going to go and see him and his wife, or his wife to be actually, at some point in the very near future. Derek, legend. Smokes about 1 billion cigarettes a day, but just like he's just a cool dude. Trisha, you're probably watching this, and you're probably gonna get all your people to send me little snake emojis, which is class. I had a weird relationship with Trisha. When I first met her, I thought she came in this ridiculous outfit, and I was like, right, well, she's clearly massively confident, and that's great. Like, you know, I think I can have some banter with her, and we can sort of bounce off each other and sort of slate each other, but in a funny way, and sort of like be, you know, those sort of like two siblings that argue a little bit. It's kind of what I did with Gemma. I thought I could do that with Trisha, and it just didn't work out like that whatsoever. Every time I tried to have fun with her or something, it kind of got just sort of thrown back in my face, and I understand why. I'm not like, it's not her character flaw, it's me just not knowing the kind of person she was, and she, you know, she doesn't like obnoxious people. Like, I get that, I understand that, and And I am, a lot of the time. I am obnoxious. I'm in people's faces. I'm loud and too energetic sometimes. So, wrong crowd. We clashed a lot at the start because, as I said, I didn't really understand what she was about. But then I started to understand what she was about. And you know, she's not at heart. She's actually a very, very nice girl. I think she's got a lot of demons. I think a lot of stuff has happened in her past. I think she didn't speak about everything, but I've heard a bit about it. She shouldn't have left. I think that she got voted to leave a few times, nominated a few times, and I think she has enough fans and people who wanted to see her in there, and she spending their money. They're like, I know it's not like, you know, oh, it's like 50p or something, it doesn't like sound like much, but it is. Like, you're spending money on someone that you've never even met before, do you know what I mean? And like, that is it's a powerful thing. And she got saved every time. She will be disappointed with herself after leaving because she's let her fans down, no doubt about it. The people who spent their money on keeping her in the house because they wanted to see more of her, she stormed out. And I don't think that's any way to treat the people, your fans, do you know what I mean? She clearly has a lot more than me. And so that made me a bit sad because I know she'll be upset at how she left because she shouldn't have done that. She'll admit that. Funnily enough, I think the house would have benefited her the most staying in for as long as possible. And I'm not talking about money. She's got plenty of dollar. I think apparently she's a very well-known YouTuber, which is awesome for her. I don't think it's about the money. I think it's about the social growth that like she maybe needed to have. I think that I understand living with 15 people, and some of them are like me, like, you know, overly energetic stuff, and as I said, obnoxious. Like, it's not easy, I understand that, but like, at a girl who's about to be 30, I think it's probably good to be in these environments actually, and like live with people you don't normally live with or you wouldn't normally like, and live around people and learn how to deal with it, do you know what I mean? And just sort of, yeah, there are going to be bad times, but if you stick it out, then I think she would have come out maybe, not a changed person, but like with a bit more knowledge about life. She says she doesn't really have any friends on the outside world. These are all things that came out of her mouth to me, and it's just kind of like, I just wish that she had stayed because I think that she would have learned how to just be more social with people, and I think that it just would have been great for her. She probably would have met like new friends. Me and her are actually really getting along when she left as well, and like I just think the Big Brother as an experience would have actually helped her grow as a person, and I understand that it's not the easiest thing to do when you are surrounded by some dicks, and I would be one of them. But you know, I think when she looks back on it, she will be mightily disappointed that she left early. And I knew she was weird, but she also was interesting to me. She was interesting and not a bad person. She's not a bad person at all. Paul Danan, boy, what a legend. He, just absolute hero. He's got so much charisma. He's gone through so much tough stuff in his life. Permanently energetic, permanently happy. Yeah, he had a couple of arguments with Gemma and stuff, but like I can understand why. They're both very similar characters. When they get into arguments, it's bang, do you know what I mean? Ignition. And yeah, so I can understand why those arguments sort of escalated, but I think that as a person, he's a great person and a loyal guy. And he's just an expressive guy, and he speaks his mind, and like when he's feeling something, he says it, because I think he's been taught to like not bottle up his feelings. I think so when he feels hurt or something, he'll go and explain it to someone that he feels comfortable explaining it to. And he's passionate about when he explains it. And then I feel like people might be like, oh, he's just bitching about them and trying to sort of like, you know, turn people against it. I don't think that's what it is. I think he's just passionate about how he feels at that moment, and he's not one to sort of dwell on it, sit on it and let it simmer down. He's someone who lets it out straight away, and I don't think that's malicious. I think it's just the way he was. I think he was a great guy, and I think he should have got further than he did, and he was always an entertainer. Always an entertainer and a brother. Felt sorry letting him go. I was the one who nominated him. Savage. That was great. That was my worst task, I think, after the bank thing with Louise. I'm taking my hat off now because, you know, my hair's getting in my eyes. Longest YouTube video ever. What do I think about Sarah? She is an interesting one. I don't really think I understood Sarah. I don't really know anything about her background, her past, anything like that. I know that she maybe has had a bit of problems maybe in the past. I haven't really read up about it or anything like that. What I will say about Sarah is, through all the faults that people say about her, and I'm one of them, I think that at heart she's a nice girl. I think that she sometimes gets a bit, thinks about herself a bit, and you know, there were definitely incidents with alcohol that were interesting, to say the least. But I think that she isn't a malicious person. I don't think she's malicious. I just didn't understand. I didn't get her. But like, I'm sure there were people who did.